Wave and sing hello. With our friends it's story time. We wave and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With our friends it's story time. We clap and sing hello. We wink and sing hello. We wink and sing hello. With our friends it's story time. We wink and sing hello. Today's story time is all about bubble gum. Do you like bubble gum? I do too. It's sticky, icky, icky, and oftentimes it's pink. I like to chew it, nom, 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 but you don't swallow it, and you don't play with it. And if you wanted to say chewing gum in American Sign Language, you would put up 2 fingers, like you were saying peace, and then curve them like this, put them on your jaw, and then go up and down. Chewing gum. That's right. Let's read our first book. Our first book today is called Lester Fizz, Bubble Gum Artist by Ruth Spiro, and the pictures are by Thor Wickstrom. Ew, look, there's gum everywhere. The Fizz family had artistic flair. Winslow worked in watercolors. Boop! Shh! Lester. Dorothy dabbled in the darkroom. Pop, pop! Shh! Lester. Cousin Cornell created collections. Pop, pop, pop! Shh! Lester. Lester Fizz tried to create art too. His paintings were pitiful. His landscapes looked lifeless. Even his doodles were drab. In the Fizz Family Museum, everyone, even the littlest Fizz, had a work of art displayed. Everyone but Lester. See the Fizz Museum? What's that look like? It's a refrigerator. Do you display your art on the fridge too? We do at my house. One day after school, he went to Uncle Edgar's studio in search of inspiration. Pop, pop. Hello, Lester. Uncle Edgar, how can I become an artist too? He asked. The way I see it, Lester, anyone can be an artist. Look at this sculpture. What do you see? What don't you see? What do you want to see? Lester looked at Uncle Edgar's sculpture. He thought about what he wanted to see. He's got gum all over his face. Suddenly, a powerful breath rose inside Lester. His belly bulged, his tongue trembled, his limber lips labored, and his face turned fuchsia. See that color right there? That's fuchsia. Something wonderful appeared. Look at that. His gum is doing some funny stuff. Pop! Excellent, cried Uncle Edgar. Things are finally shaping up, Lester replied. Look, he blew a dress on the sculpture. And he got gum everywhere. From that day on, Lester practiced his unique technique. First, he put on protective gear. Next, he prepared his gum, chewing until it felt snappy. Then, shaping the gum with his front teeth, Lester breathed life into his art. His belly bulged, his tongue trembled, his limber lips labored, and his face turned fuchsia. There it is again, that color. Then Lester's bubble appeared. Of course, there were a few disasters along the way. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's gum everywhere. In confined spaces, Lester had to exercise restraint. At Fizz family functions, Lester's bubble blowing created quite a buzz. Most important, Lester discovered that windy days were simply too risky. Why do you think that is? Oh my goodness, that big bubble blew Lester away. Still, Lester stuck with it. Lester's art teacher took note of his newfound talent. "Tomorrow is the school art contest," she reminded him. "I hope you'll consider entering a creation." Lester was so excited he thought he might pop. "If I win, my family will see I really am an artist," he said. On the playground, children gave up their turn on the swings just to watch Lester create his bubbles. Some were brave enough to challenge him. Georgia blew a gigantic pink bubble. Lester blew a super-duper gigantic pink bubble. "Superb," said the children. Frida blew a bunch of bubbles. So did Lester. "Stunning," the children said. Cousin Cornell blew a bubble shaped like a hot dog. Lester blew a bubble shaped like Mona Lisa eating a hot dog with pickles and a side of cheese fries. "Show off," Cornell mumbled. "The way we see it," said Georgia and Frida, "he's an artist." Look at that, the Mona Lisa's got some fries made out of gum. Lester popped in a fresh piece of gum and began his next creation when out flew his front tooth. His bubble burst. The sculpture sank. "Now you're full of hot air," said Cousin Cornell. "You didn't actually think you'd win an art contest with bubble gum, did you?" "I guess I blew it," Lester said. He hung his head, fearing his career as bubblegum artist was over. Poor Lester. That night, Lester placed the tooth under his pillow and waited for the tooth fairy. When she arrived, Lester thought she looked like Uncle Edgar wearing a ballet tutu. "Lester," she whispered, "your new tooth will grow in soon, but until then, you must continue blowing your bubblegum art. Remember, what do you see? What don't you see? What do you want to see?" And with that, she was swept up by his ceiling fan and became a pink blur. The next morning, Lester gathered his gum and packed his protective gear. He would enter the art contest. At school, he was greeted by Cornell's toothy grin. "Chew on this," he said. "I've created a colossal collection for the art contest, and I'm going to win." Fortunately, Lester had Georgia and Frida to cheer him on. "Lester, Lester is our superstar." This was Lester's chance. His whole family was there. He put on his protective gear. He prepared his gum. Then he began to warm up. He thought about what he wanted to see. Lester tried to blow a bubble shaped like the Statue of Liberty. "Bubble trouble?" asked Cousin Cornell. Lester remembered the Tooth Fairy's advice. What do you see? What don't you see? What do you want to see? Lester paused to chew on his thoughts and also on another tiny piece of gum, which he stuck in the empty spot where his tooth used to be. "It's a stretch, but I think I can do it," he said. "I am a fizz." Lester didn't have much time. The judges were getting closer. They passed Pablo's painting. "Superb," they said. They stopped to consider Cornell's colossal collection. "Stunning," they cried. They made their way toward Lester. He took a deep breath. His belly bulged, his tongue trembled, his limber lips labored, and his face turned fuchsia. Lester thought about what he wanted to see. Slowly, slowly, he blew. Look, here it is. What do you think it's going to be? The most spectacular bubble ever! Look at that! Stupendous, the judges declared, awarding Lester the blue ribbon, which is the ribbon for first place. The Fizz family was flabbergasted. "The winner," said Winslow. "A vision," said Edgar. "Don't move," said Dorothy. Georgia and Frida cheered. "By gosh, by gum, our Lester's gone and won." Show off, Cornell mumbled. The way I see it, said Lester, I am an artist. He said it that way because he lost his tooth. The end. Well, that was a fun one. Lester did it. All right, so since we're talking about bubblegum today, let's sing a song about bubblegum. And in this song, we're going to use our fingers, and we're going to count up to 10 bubbles, and then we're going to pop them. And every time we say pop, we'll clap, okay? So clap along with me at home. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little bubbles, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bubbles, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little bubbles, 10 little bubbles go pop, pop, pop. Now we're going to pop them. Pop those bubbles, pop those, pop those bubbles, pop those bubbles. 10 little bubbles go pop, pop, pop. Good job, friends. Let's sing it one more time because we know that kids learn through repetition. So let's do it one more time. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little bubbles, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bubbles, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little bubbles, 10 little bubbles go pop, pop, pop. Pop those bubbles, pop those, pop those bubbles, pop those bubbles. 10 little bubbles go pop, pop, pop. Good job, friends. And now we're going to read our second story. Our second story is my favorite story of the day. It's a really fun one, and it's called On Account of the Gum. It's written and illustrated by Adam Rex. That means he wrote the words and he drew the pictures. Oh my gosh, he doesn't look very happy, does he? Okay. Look, there he is in bed blowing a bubble. And he's sleeping. What's the gum doing? It's hanging out of his mouth. Uh-oh, seems like a recipe for disaster. Now he's yawning. He woke up. His hand is on top of his head. What's happening? Here's the title, On Account of the Gum. That's the gum right there that you got in your hair. He got gum in his hair. You don't sleep with gum, that's why. On account of the gum that you got in your hair, your dad said, sit still, and your sister said, duck, and you sat very still. Still, the scissors got stuck in the gum that you got in your hair. Okay, we went on some websites, and all of them swear if you want to get scissors and gum out of your hair, you take 2 sticks of butter and smear them along, and what do you think's going to happen? I see. It appears that those websites were wrong. You can't believe everything you read on the internet, kids. But now he's got butter in his hand. Look at his face. Don't give me that look. Your aunt said she knew how to get the gum out from this tip in a book she was reading about in the paper or something. She couldn't say where. The point is, that's why you have grass in your hair. So now he's got gum and scissors and 2 sticks of butter and grass. Oh my goodness. Your grandpa, who said that your aunt was mistaken, is mostly to blame for the noodles and bacon. Noodles and bacon. It's all in this bacony, noodly mass with the scissors, gum, hair, sticks of butter, and grass. Your rabbit eats grass. His face is so funny. Because of the grass that you got in your hair, I assumed that your rabbit could help us in there. But your rabbit just sat like it thinks it's a hat. So I thought, it'll leave if I bring in the cat. You think the cat will help? I'm prepared to admit I was wrong about that. Oh, I know what what to do. It's a little bit mean, but the cat always gets really scared when I clean. Just watch. She'll run off and hide under the bed if the vacuum comes anywhere close to your head. His face. Oh, every time. Wait. No. I'm thinking of the old cat. So there's no point in the vacuum cleaner. Now there's a vacuum cleaner and a cat and a bunny and all the other things. And the vacuum's going, "Rrrr." It's on. Your aunt just came back and she has a new take. It's cake. She thinks she can fix things with cake. Don't worry. We stopped her and showed her the door. I doubt she'll be coming around here anymore. Though the cake that she made you wound up on the floor. Oh no. Look at the cake. That reminds me. Happy birthday. It's his birthday. And his cake's on the floor and all that stuff's in his hair. Oh no. Oh gosh. All right. Let's get serious. This is the plan. We blow the gum out with a powerful fan, plus every few seconds we'll pop a balloon. And the guy with the bees said he'd get them here soon. And oh, I hear sirens. The firemen came. They complained when we called, but they came just the same, with their hoses and one of those dogs and a cop and a big pot of chili. They're ready to stop. Oh my goodness, what craziness. He finally had enough and yelled, "Stop." Get out, please. At least he was polite and said, please. All right, what's happening here? Oh my goodness, it looks like everybody's leaving. They're taking their balloons and their bees and their dog and the cop and the fireman and the ladder, but he still has all this. Geez. Rude. The gum got fed up and jumped out of his hair because he was so rude. And he left. So that's the solution. Well, what do you know? Too bad about all the rest of it, though. The rest of the stuff that's still stuck in your hair. He's still got a lot of stuff. Whoop! Now your aunt is all stuck up in there. How'd that happen? How did that happen? I don't know. It's silly. Anyway, you'd better get to school. He's got to go to school looking like that. Oh my goodness. Because otherwise you're going to miss picture day. It's picture day at school. Oh no, he's going to be in the yearbook like that. Goodness gracious. On account of the gum. The end. That was funny. I hope you're laughing too. All right. Now let's sing another song about bubble gum. And this time we're going to talk about how sticky it is. And we're going to stick it in different places, okay? So put your hands like this. Don't quite clap them, but pretend like you're stretching gum between them and it's sticky. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Stick right to my head. Woo-hoo! Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Stick right to my shoulder. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Stick right to my elbow. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Sticky, 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 sticky bubble gum. Stick right to the trash can. Because that's where it goes. We throw that gum away before it sticks in our hair and everywhere else. All right, let's read our last book. Okay, this one is called Trouble Gum by Matthew Cordell. The trouble at the Fig's house began one rainy day when Grammy was over for tea. Mommy was knitting a blanket for Julius. Pit-pat, 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 pit. Reuben stared out the living room window. He looks kind of bored. "Oh, Mom," Reuben said, "when's the rain gonna end?" "Not for a while, Reuben. Why don't you play with Julius?" And the rain still is going pit-pat, 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 pit-pat. Julius was playing with his cars and trucks. Reuben played along. "Watch this, Julius. I'm an ambulance. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo." "Reuben, can you play a little quieter?" Mom asked. Reuben played Super Pig. Reuben always got to be Super Pig. Julius was always his sidekick, Squeal. "Come on, Squeal, to the rescue," Reuben shouted. Thump. Oh, looks like he fell. "Reuben!" Mom yelled. "Settle down!" Grammy had an idea. Gum! Gum wasn't often allowed. It tended to make a mess. "You know the rules," Mom said. "Don't swallow your gum. Don't play with your gum. And don't blow big sticky bubbles with your gum. Be careful." And I have to say, kids, those are good rules. Reuben loved chewing. "This is how the big kids chew, big pigs chew, Julius," Reuben said between smacks. Smack, 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 smack. Smack, 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 smack. He swapped sides. First all left chew, smack, 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 smack. Then all right ones, smack, 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 smack. He chewed lying down, smack, 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 smack. He chewed balancing on his head, smack, 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 smack. He chewed in super slow motion, smack, smack, smack. He chewed in full tilt fast motion, smack, 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 smack. But, uh-oh. "I accidentally swallowed my gum. Can I have another piece, Grammy?" Reuben asked. "Good gravy," Mom said. "You only had that gum 2 minutes and you've already broken the rules. I'm sorry, there will be no more gum for you today." Oh, look how sad. Pat, pat. Oh. "Please," Reuben begged. "I promise not to swallow another one." "Give him one more chance, dear," Grammy said. "You swallowed many a piece of gum when you were a piglet." Mom reluctantly agreed. Crinkle, rackle, crackle. Smack, 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 smack. "I'll just sit and chew," Reuben thought, wrapping up in a warm blanket. Smack, 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 smack. Smack, smack. Sigh. "This is how the big pigs stretch a piece of gum, Julius," Reuben said. Stretch. See, he's pulling the gum out of his snout. Stretch, stretch, snap. Stuff, stuff. "I hope you're not playing with your gum, Reuben," said Mom. "If you do, the gum will go right in the trash. And let's put my new blanket back on the chair, okay?" So Mom fixed the blanket. But Reuben couldn't stop yet. Stretch. "Just once more, Julius," Reuben whispered. "Mom won't know. You hold this in. Stretch. Hang on, Julius." Snap! It broke. "Uh-oh, not Mom's blanket," Reuben cried. Fortunately, this wasn't the first piece of gum Reuben had gotten stuck in Mom's knitting. He knew just what to do. Touch, touch, pull, stretch, yank, tear, tear, rip. "Reuben, my blanket!" Mom yelled. Shake, 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 shake. "No more gum," Mom yelled. "No more gum," Reuben mumbled. However, peek, tip, tip, squeak, squeak, snatch. And here's Grammy. She's saying, "You're a good pig, Julius." "Ever seen me blow a bubble?" Reuben asked. "This is how the big pigs blow a bubble, Julius." Puff, splat. It went in the floor. Reuben was still learning. But on his next try, he blew a bubble as big as a juice box. Boop! Watch this, Julius. I'm a natural, really. Shoof, oof. He blew a bubble as big as a birdhouse. Boop! Hey! It's hanging out of his mouth. Let's see what we can do with 3 pieces, said Reuben. Look out for Mom, okay? Shoof, oof. He blew a bubble as big as Great Uncle Stu. That's pretty big. But, Reuben! Pop! Look at that big bubble pop. Rub, dub, dub, scrub, scrub, scrub. They had to take a bath to get all that gum off. Reuben, fetch Grammy's purse. It's time to say goodbye, Mom said. Bunk, thump, thunk. All kinds of stuff is falling out of Grammy's purse. Then, guess what happened? Crinkle, rackle, crackle, smack, smack, smick, smack. Crinkle, rackle, crackle, stir, stir, snap. Crinkle, rackle, crackle, crinkle, rackle, crackle, puff, splat. Shoof, oof, woof. Shoof, oof, woof. Shoof, oof, woof. Julius! Mom shouted. Look at him. He's floating away in a big bubble. Pop! It got all over everything. Gum! Yelled Reuben. It tended to make a mess. The end. Well, that was a mess. I'd say it was trouble gum. What do you think? And finally today, we have our craft. So, today's craft is a self-portrait. Doesn't it look just like me? So I cut mine out with different colored paper, but you can draw your picture if you want, and then find a pink balloon, blow it up just a little bit, cut a hole in your mouth, and then I pulled the knot through and taped it down. And it looks like a portrait of me blowing a bubble. Isn't that fun? I hope that you'll recreate this at home, because I had a lot of fun making it. All right. Now let's sing our goodbye song. We wave and sing goodbye. We wave and sing goodbye. With our friends it's story time. We wave and sing goodbye. We clap and sing goodbye. We clap and sing goodbye. With our friends it's story time. We clap and sing goodbye. We wink and sing goodbye. We wink and sing goodbye. With our friends it's story time. We wink and sing goodbye. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.